getting bullied or whatever. And so when Jonathan joined our band, he started writing all these lyrics about abuse and being bullied and relationship heartbreak, all this stuff, you know. And it was so real and raw and emotional that it was like Korn seemed to be more than music right off the get back. Or get back. When you bang your head for an hour, okay, you get brain bruising. But so yeah, well, you're young, you got a young neck. But the thing is, it's like, so we started getting fans coming up to us saying, your music is helping us, you know? Your music is really helping us get through something. And we had people crying to us saying, like, you know, this one dude, I remember when I was about 25 years old, he was like crying, and I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? Because I was just new, you know? And he's like, last month I had a gun to my head, and I put on Korn, and I was gonna kill myself, but I heard a lyric that just made me feel like I'm not alone, and something came over me, and I just want to tell you thank you. I'm here today. And so it was about that, and our fan base started to grow. Some people just liked the music, but it was deeper for others. And those people kept coming, you know, and telling us these stories. And then the second record came out, started playing us on MTV. Third record came out, skyrocketed. MTV every day with NSYNC and Eminem and Limp Bizkit. It was like everybody mixed together, right? And then it started to become more about the fame and the party and the drugs. Drugs from everybody, like from coke dealers, we can get meth. We started doing meth early on, and then it turned to doctors. Hey doc, I want like 30 Vicodin, you know? And so we call them rock doctors because they give us anything we want, Xanax, all that stuff, we took it. And so it stopped being about you guys, you know? And it's just, you know, it sounds fun, right? It's like you're handed everything. You can, you know, we got free endorsements with liquor. We got everything free. And so it was fun for a while, you know, but then life happens and we started having kids and everything. And then we started like hating each other and stuff. And the band started fighting. It's like dudes fighting about like who saw the girl backstage first, you know, like stupid stuff. And I was like, where's that? All of us, I think we just lost ourselves, but I wasn't thinking about this, but I think about it now, like what happened to that thing, that pure thing in the beginning? Korn is more than music, you know? And so we lost it, and I don't know if you heard, I don't know how many people are like really hardcore Korn fans, but I left the band in 2005. We got one!
Oh, you got it.
In 2005.
I might have heard something about that.
And so it was a thing where like I found Jesus Christ, he came into my life, and I know he's the most controversial name in the history of mankind. He like people, it's crazy because he's the coolest dude. Like he was punk rock, he went against the religious system, and then they killed him, but he laid his life down because he was cleansing humanity. He was pouring out his blood for all humanity. But I thought it was all, you know, I thought it was all just BS, you know, because same as you, I saw religion everywhere. And so, you know, I didn't come looking for this. It just fell in my path, you know, and I'm just like, why me? I could have ended up dead, you know? And so I didn't want to go to church because I thought everybody was like Ned Flanders, you know, that went to church, like the people you do not want to hang out with, right? That's how it was when I was a kid. Like I was all drunk when I come home and I flip through the channels and see those big old gold chairs or whatever, weird hair, and they're just going, oh, jeez. You know, and so I don't want nothing to do with that. But I went to this church in Bakersfield. This dude's from Bakersfield.
Wow. Yeah.
We've known him. I went to junior high with this fool. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check out this church. This is cool. I've never done this with you. But and I went to this church and I was like high on meth, you know, because I was a drug addict and I was an alcoholic. I was everything. And I get there and I see all these like Hispanic like dudes with tattoos everywhere. I didn't have tattoos then, and I was like, oh, place is more sketchy than a Korn concert. Like, and they were like, no, these guys are ex-gang members, man. God changed your life. I'm like, God? I just came here to hang out with sober people, so maybe I could get sober and, you know, have a new outlook on life. I didn't have no like belief in anything. I was like, how do you know God's real? You know, it's all inside. It's eternal. All humans look on the outside. We judge. We do this. This is all in the heart. It's all in the soul and the spirit. It's deep within. And I'm like, what? These guys they probably just want my money, right? That goes through it. No, religion, you know. I talk to so many people that don't want that. And so I was like, I got to try this because I got to get off drugs. I tried to rehab, it didn't work. And then, so I opened up. I was like, they ain't touching my wallet, but I'm going to try this. And, and I asked Christ to come within and come deep inside of me and change me because my daughter deserved a better dad. And I wanted to care about music. I wanted to care about my life. I wanted to care about what mattered in the world. And so I raised my hand and just, it was personal, but they didn't flock me and say, hey, you want to become a member of the church? Or no, they were just cool. And the pastor was just really cool. He had jeans on. He wasn't some like flamboyant, nothing. He was just really cool. And so I went home and that dude said, be yourself. Don't clean yourself up. Be who you are and just come to Christ, and from the deepest place within inside of you, say, I want you to come in and I want you to show me that you're real and I want you to give me a new life. And I prayed that prayer by myself because I was on meth. I want to get the hell out of that church right quick. After I prayed, this fool calls me. And he's like, I was all tweaked out, so the phone rang. I'm like, I didn't answer nothing. And so the message machine comes on. He's like, hey, it's Doug. I haven't seen this dude in like years. But I think you were in the room the very first time I did meth with Lisa Frazier. It was pink shit. And like, he was there. He was like, dude, you came to my church. And dude, God is real. Like, he said something, whatever he said, I'm like,
hold on, let me jump in. What he said was, he was sitting at his computer high, and he said, God, I need some help. I'm doing this on my own. He just said, somebody help me. He said, the phone rang. So the phone rings, he turns down the volume, and the recorder picks up. I go, hey, what's up, man? This is Doug Bennett. And he goes, man, he turned the music up, and he goes, man, I told you I need you to send somebody to help me, not somebody to pull me back down. And so you sat there for like 20 minutes.
That was the second time. I was telling the voicemail, but I like this one because that's when I got the cojones to call you, to finally talk to you.
Then you listened to it, and I said, hey, this is Doug Bennett. I got free from meth, pornography, and man, Jesus is real, brother. And I go to your church. Give me a call.
Yeah.
And that's when you called me.
Yeah. And then this guy's telling me it's real, and I'm just like, I just prayed and asked for someone to help, and this dude's calling me. So and then I went on to this thing, like checking it out. But what I want to do right now is I just want you guys to forget about everything that you were taught as a kid or whatever, if you went to Catholic church or anything. And I just want to read something real quick, and then I want to hang out with you guys. Just give me a couple more minutes, and then so I'm gonna read this. But it was back like a couple thousand years ago, and this whole old system of like they're doing sacrifices, and like everybody was like slitting the throats of lambs or whatever to cleanse people from sin and all that. Jesus came and he laid himself down, and you don't see no more sacrificing, right? It's because he did that a long time ago. But these people, like the Old Testament was going away, and so it was war. It was a lot of war going on. But let me just read this real quick. Let me find it. Oh, here it is. It says, we sometimes grow weary in our present bodies. We long to put on our heavenly bodies like new clothing. We will put on heavenly bodies. We will not be spirits without bodies. While we live in these earthly bodies, we sometimes groan and sigh, but it's not that we want to die and get rid of these bodies. Rather, we want to put on our new bodies, that these dying bodies will be swallowed up with life. And right here, you read that, you hear that, and you're like, how do you know these guys, how do you know there's a heavenly body? How do you know this is not it? We're born with these bodies, we get old, we see our grandparents die and everything. How do we know this? This next verse, it says, God himself has prepared us for this, and he gives us a guarantee, and it's the Holy Spirit. And that's what I'm talking about, that deepest thing within, that you come in, and it's a guarantee. The thing is, it's like people die for this, man. For the last 2,000 years, it comes so deep inside of you that people will lay down their lives. And like, there's people right now in the Middle East, and they're saying like, don't be Christian, the Muslims, and they'll be like, kill me then, because it's so real inside of them. And that's why I've been doing this for 12 years. I love it because I'm not the only Jesus freak now. It's like Dave Mustaine, Fieldy's back there, Jacoby Papa Rose, the dude with the clown nose and Slipknot, like all these dudes I've been praying with. And it's like, it's spiritual, it's not religion, man. And so let me just ask you one question, like, how do you know the wind is real? You can feel it, right? And so I just want like a football team, can we just gather like family? I just want to pray for you guys to feel the Spirit, and I'm not trying to be hippie or nothing. This is real, bro. It's like the deepest part of humanity, man. And then let's hang out. I got guitar picks for everybody, but Whoever's cool with that, come on in.